In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to play the bamboo panpipes. So these ones are known as the Siku panpipes and they are handcrafted in Peru. They have 13 notes and each one has an assorted woven band. So the first thing we want to focus on is our blowing position, because when I first started playing the panpipes, I blew directly over the pipe. And so if you're playing it like this, then I want to show you the correct way of doing it. It's more like this sort of positioning. You want to be quite close to the pipe. You could even actually rest your bottom lip on the pipe a little bit, but you don't want to just blow. You don't want to go like this. What we want to do is kind of have our lip overhang slightly, and that just directs the airflow into the pipe. Each pipe has a completely different sound, and it's because of the length of each pipe, so it produces a different note. I would actually recommend just practicing that as much as you can, especially considering that there is different notes. And at first, as a beginner, it's very difficult to play one note and then switch to the next one, whilst keeping a consistent, clear sound. Sometimes, if you're not blowing correctly, you might get a whistle sound, or you might just get an air blowing sound. And it all comes down to your lips, how you position your lips and the blowing technique. So now that we've established those two things, we're ready to look at the notes. So typically, the panpipes follow the diatonic scale of C major. This note here is C, and it goes D, E, F, G, A, B, and then C again, and it repeats. But because they are handmade and each panpipe slightly vary in size, even if it's centimeters, millimeters, this can affect the note. And so some notes may be sharps and some may be regular notes. Now that we know the notes, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, we can then use those notes as our music theory and we can play our first song. Before we go and do that, I just want to show you quickly, the notes vary depending on the panpipes that you have. So if your panpipes aren't like this one, it may be different for you. Our Antera's panpipes, this first note is a B, and then this note is a C, and it follows that same pattern, but we start on the B. And then for our Zampona panpipes, this note here is the C. It doesn't go all the way along in order. It goes C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, and then so on. So it alternates between the rows. And actually, I wouldn't recommend a Zampona panpipe if you are a beginner. It's more for advanced because there's a more complex technique that you have to learn when you're switching from this row to this row. So now we're ready to play our first song, and I want to just quickly say that I am in the process of learning the panpipes. I am by no means an expert, but I am with you on this journey and we're going to learn together. This note here is a C, this one is a G, and this one is an A. So with that, we can play Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. And that's how you play Twinkle Twinkle Little Star on the bamboo panpipes. Anyway, I hope you liked this video, and if you did, make sure to subscribe so that you get to see the next video on our panpipes playlist. See you soon.